Hey, it's Miss Renee. So now that we have talked about the importance of an apology, let's talk about people's perception of what happened. Perception to me is like such a big thing because literally you believe the assumption that was presented to you. Let's just say, in your childhood, um, your mother didn't speak to you a lot. And you assumed that she didn't like you because she didn't speak to you a lot. She told you to do this and she told you to do that, but she just never seemed over concerned about what was going on with you and never came in your room and sat down and talked to you. Never, when y'all was in the car, had conversations. How you doing today? What's going on with you? How are your friends? How's your life? What's going on with your boyfriend? Blah, blah, blah. And so you assumed she didn't like you. So you went with that assumption and you started to treat her as if you don't like me no way. But then you grow up and you realize, wow, my mom was just shy. I never realized that she was just an introvert because that's something as a child I didn't understand. But I still punished her my whole life thinking that she didn't like me because she didn't speak to me. But then when I grow up and get older and realize that I had misjudged her, instead of saying, I'm sorry that I treated you like this for so many years because I just assumed that you didn't like me because you didn't talk to me much as a child. What I'm saying is that some people can hold you responsible for things that they didn't understand or the way they understood was wrong. You know? And then when you finally bring this to their attention, instead of saying, oh my goodness, how, I'm sorry I got that wrong. Nope, we're going to stick with that assumption. That's what I assumed, and I'm sticking with it, and I'm 10 toes down about it. You never liked me. So I find that a lot of people are very delusional. And from their assumption, from their point of view, things happened. Things that they, had to fill in the blanks about, that they really didn't understand what was going on. So they made their own story up of what happened. And when you tell them that that's not what really happened, they like, you're not going to convince me otherwise. You know, Basically what I'm trying to say is that people can take things that happen, an interaction between me and you, and totally misinterpret it and treat you mean or treat you bad or hold things against you that you didn't even do. Like, I noticed this about a lot of people, about your children, and the way they was brought up. I know y'all know that your children come back and tell you something, you like, that never happened. What are you talking about? Your sister, your brother, your mother, your husband, you'd be like, what is you talking about? But people will not only hold you accountable, they will treat you bad for a misunderstanding, for something that you had to fill in the blanks about because you didn't have all the information. And then when it's told or revealed to you that this is how that really was, you're like, I would rather, continue to hate you about that because, I've invested so much time already. My God, it's been 10 years I've been hating you about this thing. And then I find out that it really wasn't that thing. And now I just feel like I'm too invested in the hate. I can't turn back now. I've invested so much time misunderstanding you. Ooh, Lord. Help us, God. It's Miss Renee. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.